Hello, everyone. We are so happy to be here today. Going over our did you know? Today we are going to be talking about optimizing our LinkedIn. I think this is something so important. So I am excited to see all these numbers jump up and everyone joining. For those of you that know the drill, would love to see where you're chiming in from. And I also, as we're getting started, I have a quick little poll that I wanted to launch. So did you know we covered greeting cards? And so I am just curious if you guys have done that. Have you ordered your holiday greeting cards yet? So would love to see in here. And if you haven't, here is a little reminder that we are running a little promo as well. So if you order more than a handful of cards, there is a promotional discount. So, and as that poll's going, it looks like a lot of you have it on your to-do list, but still 31% have actually ordered them already, which makes me so happy. Yay. What a great way to spread cheer and delight with a greeting card. So glad you guys are doing that. And let me get my screen fired up over here. And we're going to jump on in. So today we're going through our Did You Know? We are discussing LinkedIn and how to optimize those LinkedIn pages. And I am watching the chat. I'm Elise Lambert, Director of Product and Enterprise Marketing. I myself am in Fort Worth, Texas. And one of my favorite things about my job is I get to talk to you all the amazing financial professionals all across the country. So it is so neat. It looks like we have people coming in from Illinois and Missouri, Colorado. I'm a Colorado girl through and through, but I got stuck here in Texas, which wasn't half bad. So thank you all for joining today. And just some housekeeping items while we get started, but recording will be sent to you after the webinar. So I get feedback all the time that I go kind of fast. And so one, I apologize, but two, it will be sent afterwards. So if you miss anything, don't worry. And look up for that follow-up email. And in our follow-up emails, you might find a little goodie here and there. So, and also log into your FMG platform with us, follow along. Hopefully you can learn something. I believe knowledge without action is wasted. So if you're taking time out of your day to join us, would love for you to implement what we are going to learn. So last Did You Know was creating your holiday marketing plan. So if you haven't done so yet, or maybe if you missed last month's webinar, go to our YouTube page. We have a YouTube page and check it out. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was some really great info and a little bit of inspiration for you all to kick you into gear before the holidays really ramp up. So we went over holiday events, gifting ideas, some fun event ideas, how we can automate some of our holiday stuff, how to spread cheer on social, and of course, greeting cards. So that was my little poll that I launched. So thanks for participating. If you guys haven't done those greeting cards yet, little nudge to do so. And we're going to get going. So what we're going to discuss today is why LinkedIn. Why is LinkedIn important? How to develop a thoughtful and engaging content strategy, latest updates in the LinkedIn algorithm, and of course, top characteristics in a strong LinkedIn profile. And at the end, if we have time, we are going to go actually into Canva today, and I'm going to show you how to create a unique custom LinkedIn banner. So stay tuned. That's what we're going to dive into. And I always like to start with a little quote or some numbers, but over 60% of investors believe that most financial advisors make the same promises, making it hard to tell them apart. So how are you setting yourself apart? I think I talk about this a lot, and actually, I know I talk about this a lot, and it's really important for you as an amazing financial professional, creating value for your clients, creating value for your prospects, that you set yourself apart. And one way to do that is on LinkedIn, and it is through your digital footprint. So here's just a story of a financial professional that we know, and how do clients find their financial advisor today? It is drastically different than probably when you started in the industry. Unless you started recently in the past year or two, it is drastically different. When I started in the industry, I was given a Rolodex, and it said, they said, start on the C's, the last person left off on the B's, good luck. And that's how I tried to build my business early on. We used to have phone books. We used to have different ways that which people found us. And it is drastically changing. And so how are they finding you today? They are going online. They are searching. They are going to LinkedIn, and they are looking on your LinkedIn page, and they are looking at it within seconds, deciding whether or not you are credible, whether or not you are someone they want to do business with, whether or not they are someone that they trust. So with that, let's start with a story. First post was posted in 2019, a long time ago. It got 3 views. Wah, wah, wah. Next post. We fast forward to 2019, and 307 posts later, we now have followers. So fast forwarding to July, the average view count is 554. Fast forward to December, average is over 2,000. So big time growth with consistency. And we also want to keep track. Yes, we're spinning our wheels in the marketing department. Yes, we are doing so in the digital world on LinkedIn. But we always want to, how many clients does that mean? How many new households have you added? How many more people have you created value for? I always want that to be in the top of your mind. So I say all that with the idea, classic movie right here, Field of Dreams, in the chat, put if you've seen it, or it's one of my favorites. But if you build it, they will come. I think a lot of people will say, oh man, well, I posted once or twice on LinkedIn and I haven't seen a lot of return, or I'm not starting to see that. But of course, want you guys to keep this in mind. It is a consistency game. It is so imperative that you are consistent, that you are sharing on a regular basis, and that your profile stands out. So one of my favorites, if you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner, what a guy. All right, so let's go into why LinkedIn. Why is this important? Why should we start to utilize this? Let's let those numbers make the decision for us. So 2 times the buying power versus an average web user. That means a LinkedIn user has 2 times the buying power. So some research found out that 49% of people who make $75,000 or above are on LinkedIn. Okay, that's pretty good. And now just 26% of those who make between $30,000 to $74,000 use LinkedIn. So that means our target audience, most likely the people who we want to be able to help, are on LinkedIn. So here's some just numbers as far as demographics go of the users on there, but it is a professional network. Therefore, people are used to seeing professional conversations. They're used to seeing financial conversations. Most successful platform for advisors, that could be you, or especially those people who are focused on helping business owners, entrepreneurs, people in their prime working years, and people, again, they expect to hear from other businesses. This is a professional social platform. So it's okay for you to share information about the services you provide and what you do in your community and how you help people. So there's over 630 million people on LinkedIn today, and we just now know that they have money in their pocket. So that means that they have investable assets, they have things that we can do for them, that we can help them. And this is another HubSpot, some numbers from HubSpot, but HubSpot study of over 5,000 businesses found that LinkedIn is 277% more effective for lead generation than Facebook and Twitter, or what we're calling X these days. So LinkedIn is the best social network for lead gen. What are you doing for lead gen? How are you taking care of them? Are you utilizing everything in your platform to take care of LinkedIn? So let's look at that algorithm. How does LinkedIn work? Let's use science behind the rhyme to the reason. So in the LinkedIn algorithm as of 2022, it has of course changed, but these are staying consistent as we see them today. But it prioritizes showing your content from users who you've engaged with. So I'm going to talk about that here in a second again, but that is really important, who you have engaged with in the past and who posts consistently. So that's why you consistently see some of the same people over and over again. It shows more content from users who get large amounts of engagement. That makes sense, right? You see someone's post, they have over 100 likes, they're going to get a lot of engagement. And it also favors lengthy comments over high volumes of reactions. So if someone has 100 likes versus 50 comments, they're going to view those comments as more important. So it's really important that we are engaging with our commentary and not just a, hey, nice post, but a thoughtful message in return. So prefers native content. So what do I mean by native content? LinkedIn wants people to stay on LinkedIn. Facebook wants people to stay on Facebook. So they want you, for the majority of your posts, to keep people on the platform. Also, again, this will be shared out afterwards. So feel free, if you have to jump for whatever reason, maybe you have to run to a client meeting, no worries. This will always be sent afterwards. But also, this is interesting. LinkedIn doesn't automatically show video over other types of content as though it did when video was first introduced. So thinking about, there's always a place for video. I believe in video. I think video is very important. But again, we don't want video to be every single one of our posts. So important. So these are some things that we want to take away. We want to know that the LinkedIn algorithm prioritizes showing content from users who you've engaged with. It shows more content from users who get a lot of engagement, right? Makes sense. Long commentary over reactions and native content. They want to keep people there. Okay, so this is kind of how a post. So think about you posting. We are at the black dot. This is showing content creation. You create something that goes on LinkedIn and the content piece gets posted. And now it goes into the LinkedIn grading system. And so it will go on. LinkedIn will now say, okay, is this quality content or not? Meaning, is it getting a lot of immediate attention? Is it getting likes? Is it getting comments? Are people engaging with this? Have a lot of people seen it? Is it a relative or timely topic? So now it's going to go into human editors, right? LinkedIn, of course, utilizes a ton of AI on the back, but also it's utilizing human editors, and it's saying, okay, is this content good? Is this something that they want to see? So now it starts to filter this content. And so again, if it continues to get likes, if it continues to be viewed and it continuously becomes quality content, people are engaging with it, it will start to display it. And so that's why it's really interesting on LinkedIn. You might see something maybe a couple days after someone posted it. And it's because LinkedIn is recirculating that content as well. So they're saying, okay, good piece of content. They will continue to recirculate it as long as they see that it is getting likes, views, engagement, and all of that good stuff. So just a little diagram right here so you can start to really see how that algorithm works. So how do we use it to our advantage? Like, okay, great. I get it. There's an algorithm. I get it. There's a way to score it, but how can we utilize this? Here's your clip notes right here for you. Post at least 5 times a week. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 1 a day during the work week. Follow the 80-20 rule. This is one of my favorite rules, but for every one of your posts, leave a comment on 5 other people's posts. That's all you have to do. You can do this from your phone. You don't have to do it during the workday. You can do it sitting on the couch at home. You can do it drinking your coffee in the morning. But the 80-20 rule, so important. This is something that's really going to help you. And there's method to the madness. It's because when you comment on someone, when someone gets a red notification from one of your comments, they are receiving dopamine. And no, I don't want you to worry. This is not a full-time job. really this should be fun. So leave comments on your COIs, leave comments on your coworkers, leave comments on your friends. Don't want this to be cumbersome. This should be something fun. Again, this is a social network. This is a great way for you to boost your engagement and for you to show up in other people's by commenting. So use both personal and business pages so that they are pulling your name and your content from both pages, and only share posts that link out every third to fourth. So I discussed we want to share native content. So we want to share on LinkedIn, and you can link out, so maybe link to your website or link to a third party to keep it native. So we want to stay on there. So how do I tag a business to personal? You simply create, as long as you have your business page created and your personal page created, do the @ sign and then type in your business, and you can tag your business in a personal post. All right, so native content. This is just an example of how we want to stay on LinkedIn platform. So the first, we have two examples here. We have one on the left, one on the right. The example on the left is a long formatted post. So long text formatted post, which is almost reads like a blog. So we're giving a lot of great information. We add some lines in between there. So it's not just one big block of text. It's easy to read, almost in bullet point format. And it's staying on LinkedIn. On the right, this is one that links out to maybe your website. So again, the one on the left, we want to share this maybe 5 times a week. We want to have different types of posts. The one on the right can link out every third to fourth post. So those are just 2 options. And then when is the best time? So again, you can Google this. When is the best time to post on LinkedIn? And you can also, I want you to think about who your target audience is, because that is really, really important. We want to share content that is relevant for our audience. So we also want to share at times that is relevant for our audience. So when are some of the best times? We know that Wednesdays between 8 and 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We know Thursdays at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. are really great. At Friday at 9 p.m. So think about these numbers. And again, thinking about who your target audience is. I know, for example, if I'm working with white coat professionals, maybe specifically dentists, I know that a lot of them have Fridays off. So maybe I'm going to post on Fridays. That's just an example. So again, thinking about who your target audience is and run your own experiment, right? If you're curious, start to run some of your own posts and figure out when they are starting to like your posts. Are you getting more likes in the evening or afternoon? LinkedIn has really great analytics that you can look at. Also, for you guys that think about this, that we are posting some of your content for you. If you've engaged in our Social Foundations program, you have that automation turned on. We are always looking at this and always thinking about best times. So yes, we are incorporating this data into some of the Social Foundations posts that are going out. You can also utilize hashtags and tag other people. This is a great way to get people to engage with your content. So hashtags and tagging others, and you just do so by using the @ symbol. @ symbol provides that big boost. So again, tag some of your COIs, tag some coworkers, don't over tag. So again, we don't want to tag them too much, but we want to catch their attention. So hashtags are a great way to do so. We don't want to over hashtag, but we want to use maybe 2 or 3 that are relevant to the post or maybe relevant to a timely event, and don't spam them. All right. So any recommendations for curating your LinkedIn newsfeed? I struggle to find relevant content and I want to engage trying to expand my network and follow thought leaders within the industry. Yes. So curating yours. So thinking about who your target audience is. So your target audience, who are your clients? Who is your ideal client? And that's who you should start to curate your LinkedIn feed for. So again, I'll use doctors and dentists for an example. They are business owners first and foremost, so a lot of content on business ownership. They like content on practice management. They like ideas on investing. So think about who your ideal client is and then start to create your newsfeed accordingly. And if you're still looking for ideas, also start to think about what you like, right? So I myself, I love travel, I love wine. I'm going to share a lot about travel and wine, right? Those are things that I am passionate about. So it's going to be easy for me to facilitate some dialogue and share commentary on those topics. So just a couple of ideas on how to start to curate your own LinkedIn newsfeed, and engage with who you want to engage with, right? So engage with people who you think are interesting, engage with people who are part of your target audience, leave comments on there. And where to start? Okay, so let's start. And there is a comment, is FMG going to make the social to have the ability to tag and use hashtags? That is on our roadmap. So in the future, absolutely, we want to think about those great ideas. And so we have added that to our ideas list. And I'm so glad you all brought that up. Okay, so where to start? 5 steps to creating a strong LinkedIn profile. Here you go, write it down. This is what you're going to do. Do it right here with me. If you want to log into your LinkedIn, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through each one of these, and each one we're going to put in the chat if we've done it or if we need to. So 1, set up a personal and business page. Do you have both of these set up? Put it in the chat if you've done it, or put in the chat if you need to. But 1, claim your business page and claim both of them. Yay, I love seeing these dones. Done. So great. And 2, establish that face of your brand. So who is the talking head in your office? Is it you? Is it someone else in your office? Who is the face of your brand? And make sure that maybe if you have others in your agency, that you invite them to like your page, invite your clients to like your page. This can be added in maybe your new client welcome series emails, that you're inviting your clients to like your LinkedIn page. This would be a fun exercise, a little to-do exercise for you all to do over the holidays, maybe when it's slowed down. And a quick question, does posting directly from LinkedIn help with algorithm to show your content more? So there's a couple things that help with algorithm, but posting from LinkedIn is important. You can also post directly from the link from the FMG dashboard. So those are your 2 options. Really important to utilize both. But it also depends on the type of content when we're thinking about our algorithm, which I'll touch on here in a second. But upload your A+ headshot. So when have you guys updated your headshot? Was it recently? If not, time for an update. So use your beautiful glamour shot and a banner image. So at the end, I'm going to go through a demo of how to do that LinkedIn banner image, but use a high resolution photo. So if you guys haven't done your headshot in the last, let's say 2 years, it's time for an update. So in the chat, right? Let's see, when was the last time you did your headshot? Let's just see when everyone done their headshot. Or if you don't want to answer, I totally get it too. But update that headshot. We have no excuse anymore. We can do a really nice headshot from our photos. We have portrait mode. Set that sucker up on a really nice video or a window, turn it into portrait mode, make sure there's nice natural light, you're smiling. 7 to 8 years, you guys, come on. You got this. Time for some new headshots. 4 years ago. All right. Awesome. So high resolution photo, smile, wear what you wear to work, right? So if you're, if you're a blazer kind of person, wear your blazer. If you are that person that meets with your clients, maybe in a Hawaiian shirt, wear a Hawaiian shirt. We want this to be an extension of you and your personality. And you want them to recognize you from your photo. And as long as you guys look the same as you did 7 years ago, I trust you. I totally trust you. So yeah, make sure that you've updated your headshot. Make sure you've updated that custom banner as well. And I'll show you in Canva where we can go do those custom banners and write a great headline. So how are those headlines? these are some examples. Again, our headline is what allows for us to stand out. So articulate your unique value proposition. So who are you? What do you do? Who do you help? And I've created this little, well, we've created, not just me, our team, this formula. So I help people by blank, and my approach is different, blank. So use those 120 characters wisely. Don't be too gimmicky, but maybe add a emoji in there, right? This gal right here, Jenna, she has a little microphone in there, which I like. You know, if you're a coach, right, put in your coach, or maybe you coach basketball, do a little basketball emoji. But how are you standing out? So when was the last time you gave your headline a little revamp? And if you guys want to test out some ideas of headlines in the chat, feel free to add some of those. We'd love to see what you guys are coming up with. And personalize your URL. So if you haven't personalized your URL, this is a great way. This is important for a couple reasons. One, helps stand out on search engine optimization. So really important. Helps you when people go to search for you, and it makes it easy for people to find you. So follow these instructions to personalize your LinkedIn, your URL, your link. It should be linkedin.com/your name, or linkedin.com/your firm, your agency. But a good URL may contain just your name or just your business. And we want to be very clean and simple, again, so people can find you. And number 5. So in addition to our headshot, when was the last time you updated your summary? Oh, and here's one: helping LGBTQ plus business owners take their first step towards financial pride. Awesome. That is, we know exactly who the audience is. It's very specific, creating yourself an awesome headline to catch the attention. Perfect. And going back to that summary. So thank you for sharing that great example. Turn your summary into a story. Never leave the summary section blank. So a lot of you might have to incorporate your disclosures. Always make sure that it is compliance approved. Always important. But this is a great place for you to showcase your summary. Share your why factor. Share the value you create. Highlight your professional credentials, highlight all the great work you do, but also don't forget to share those personal tidbits, because that's what people gravitate to. They want to do business with like-minded individuals. They want to do business with people they like. They want to know that there are pieces in your summary that they can relate to. So don't just list out your skills, but tell a story. Write it in first person. Bring this section to life. If you're always having trouble, you can always utilize ChatGPT to help you turn your summary into that wow summary. But don't forget the featured section as well, right? Maybe if you've been on a podcast before, share some of that. Upload some of the videos you've created. Upload some PDFs you've created, or some ebooks, right? So really bolster this section, because again, people want to get to know you, and highlight all of your great work, right? If you're 40 under 40, add that. If you were won XYZ award, highlight that. If you do work in your community, if you work alongside some nonprofits or some awesome organizations, highlight those, right? This is a really great place for you to showcase who you are, how amazing you are, and how you can help others as well. All right, so that was turn your summary into your story. And so here they are. Here's your cliff notes, but set up your company and your personal pages. Smile, show your teeth, update that headshot, write an informative headline, personalize your URL, and of course, optimize that summary. So show of hands in the chat, who's done all 5 of these? Or maybe you can say like 3 of 5 or 2 of 5 and see how many that you've done, or maybe we have a little bit of homework for after this video. 5 out of 5, love it, love to see it. All right, so beyond the profile, connect with prospects through content. So we talked about curating our news. Ooh, 4s and 5s, this is good, I love to see it. Great work, everyone. All right, so beyond the profile, let's talk about content and how can we curate our news feed? How can we talk about content? And the number one number one thing, and here it's number 5, but we're going to count down, but follow the 80-20 rule. And what does that mean? For every one thing you post to your own feed, comment to 5 others. So I don't care. You can do it during the video. You can multitask right now. I won't even be mad. But for every one thing you post, comment on 5 others. And I always like to say this, if you've never commented on a stranger's post before, you're doing social media all wrong. So that's important to highlight. And I was going to go through a couple more commandments as far as content goes, but we only have time for this one. So do this, share content that you would click on. That's important, as well as, and share different types of content, right? So we can have our long posts. We can have a video here and there. Every 3rd or 4th post, we can link out to our page. We can create awesome images in Canva. One of the secrets to well-performing posts are personal posts. People like people. So a picture of you and your firm, a picture of you and your family during the holidays is always going to perform much better than utilizing some stock footage photos or anything like that. So holidays are a perfect example. Share a picture of your pup, right? This is fun fact. Pictures of dogs actually perform better than pictures of people, which is just wild to me. And I wish in the chat that you all could share a picture of your dog, because I would love to see them all, and your kids, of course. But just a fun little fact there. And if you're always looking, I mentioned how important it is to tag other people. So if you are always looking for someone to tag me, right? I'd be happy to like your post. I'd be happy to give you a nice comment as well. So some of those social media commandments, every 5 to 1. Should 5 posts a week be on both personal and business pages? In a perfect world, yes. We always don't have time for that, but in a perfect world, it would be. But you can share content on both, right? So maybe you just came out with a new podcast episode, share that both on your personal and your business page. Do shares count as one of our posts? Yes, right? So that can be one thing, as long as we're not just sharing it without commentary. If we're sharing something, we want to share why we're sharing it, right? So making sure that we're adding our own 2 cents onto that post as well. So again, if you've never commented on a stranger's post before, then you're doing social media all wrong. And I mentioned greeting cards. This was our poll before we started, but if you haven't ordered those greeting cards yet, please do so. Great way to share just a smile over the holidays. I love getting things in the mail, but there's that bulk discount. So if you order 20 plus cards, they will be $20.25 each instead of $2.75. And let's go into the demo. But before I do that, if you haven't done the FMG app, download it right now. Makes it so easy to share to social. You can share that picture, snap that picture, and share it directly to social. Really, really easy. So I'm going to leave this up just for a sec. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, let's do it. It's one of my favorite things because you no longer just have to work out of the dashboard. Now you can sit on the couch and you can share your emails and you can post directly to social. You can do so, like I said, drinking your coffee in the morning, or maybe after a long day, sit on the couch watching some TV, unwinding. And another great comment. So what do you think about short videos that aren't highly edited? I love these short videos that are not highly edited. I've done some did you knows in the past on video, and I think we get wrapped up a lot of times in the fact that I don't have the lights and it's not a Steven Spielberg production and I might not win an award, but people want to hear from you. And again, as long as you have decent lighting, you have a smile on your face, you're sharing really important, relevant content, people don't care. They just want to hear from you. They want to see your smiling face. And so I think it is really, really important for you guys to think about those videos. And again, it doesn't have to be this crazy production, but it can be on your phone. And of course, utilize all of your compliance, make sure that you're adhering to all those compliance rules and that it's approved. And if you have a face made for radio, get a podcast, right? And utilize that great voice. So if there's will, there's a way. I'm going to get you all to be awesome marketers no matter what. And our Do It For Me program, you've heard me talk about this. I'm singing it from the mountaintops. You don't have time to do this. Someone commented like, oh gosh, darn, this sounds like a full-time job. Well, we have a team that can help you facilitate this and execute on your behalf. So we create a custom content marketing plan with custom tips, exclusively written by Samantha Russell, our chief evangelist, and our CMO, Susan Theater. And they have been around the block. They have great content, and this increases client engagement, great tips, someone, again, to do that heavy lifting for you. But again, if you like doing it yourself, love that as well. But if you just need someone to help you cross that finish line, this is a really great program for you. And our next Did You Know webinar series, we're going to be talking about building out that 2024 marketing plan. So really, really important, because marketing can be hard. I'm here to make sure it's not hard. Want to champion you through this and make sure we have a little bit of fun doing so as well. So let's go into that demo. I told you all that we were going to talk about our LinkedIn banner profiles. How do we build one? We have a couple minutes left, so I'm going to go fast, but we come in here to Canva and we type in LinkedIn, and I scroll down to LinkedIn background photo, and I fire this up. There are tons of templates that you can utilize. Let's utilize this one right here. And I'm going to customize this template. So again, you can pick one and you can come in here, and I can change my name just by simply typing my name here. Helps when you know how to spell your own name. And then I come here, marketing director. I can upload a picture. So if I want to upload a picture, I can do so. And let me come over here to upload a file. And I'm going to upload my headshot real quick. Here it is. Bring that over. Ooh, that's kind of big. We'll fix that, no worries. And I can edit this. Here we go. So here we are at editing our picture. And then I can add my contact information here. I can edit each section. If I don't like the color, I can easily come in and change the color. All right, here we go. Doing a little color change. And I can also pull in some of my branding. So if I'm going to have black on black, so maybe I want to change my color real quick. Let's just change this to a yellow. We'll do yellow, nice and bright. And here we go. I can easily pull in my branding. I have my logo saved in here. And look at that. And we can put that wherever we'd like. But just like that, I have easily created a Canva custom LinkedIn banner. So if you guys haven't created a LinkedIn banner yet, please do so and tag me in it. Would love to see what you guys are coming up with. And yes, a recording will be sent afterwards. So keep your eyes and ears open for the recording of this webinar. But this is how we can go through. And then if you want to download this, you come here and you simply hit download, and you download and then upload this to our page. But that concludes this. I'm going to stick around for, oh, how do you save? Format and load. Okay, perfect. So we come here to download, and you can choose the file type. So JPEG or PNG would be best to upload into LinkedIn, and you can choose the size. If you need to compress it, maybe it's too big for whatever reason, you can always compress it, and then you just hit download, save it to your computer, and then upload that into your LinkedIn page. All right, so here we go. We've created that, but you can also come in here under LinkedIn, or sorry, in Canva. If you type in LinkedIn, there, there's article cover images. There's a lot of really great templates in here. So poke around if you haven't done that. And we just got a quick question. Is Canva inside of FMG? We are connected to Canva for our social posts. So you can now see our content library right here. But if I come over here to social on the left-hand side, I come to post on social media. This is where we have our Canva integration today. So I can I want to create something that says Happy Thanksgiving. I can add an emoji. I can add a URL. I can invite someone to my client appreciation pie giveaway. And, I can add a turkey. Whoop, here's a little turkey. I hit this design an image in Canva button, and I can pull one of their templates right here. I can easily change this, and I can add my logo. I can add my name. I can draw on here. So a lot of really fun things you can do, and my branding's not coming over, and then we hit publish and it will come right on over. So really easy that you can do that. And then we just hit schedule post. And yes, what's really cool is we just got a couple questions on making sure like colors and your hex colors match. If you want to match your hex colors and you know exactly what they are, you can type in that hex color right here. So you can copy and paste that so you can get your branding spot on. If you have a paid for version of Canva, you can actually save your branding in here. So for example, I have uploaded my brand guidelines. So you can see I have my logos right here. I can upload my colors, and you can also upload any icons or anything that go with your brand. So that's with a paid version of Canva. But you don't need a paid version of Canva all the time. The free one is great as well. So that concludes our Did You Know? Join me next month. We'd love to see you all while we look at creating our 2024 marketing plan. As always, I love seeing you guys. And if there's any topics you want us to cover in the future, feel free to put that in the chat. And we look forward to talking to you all. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining our Did You Know? Webinar will be sent to you. The replay will, and we will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys.